So it is the end of 2024 and I got a bunch of camera gear, filmmaking equipment this year, and I've narrowed it down to a few of my favorites that I'm just going to sort of talk about this video. Now my favorite and the one that I was most excited for and I waited the longest for is actually the Blaze Remus 33mm that I'm shooting on right now, but I'll talk about that at the end when I take it off the camera. Now the first thing on my list here is the Smallrig VB212. I got the VB99 Pro, and then I got another one, and then I got actually the VB50 first, and then the 212. And V-mount batteries as a whole, amazing, super helpful, and I've made several videos about them in general, about the 99 Pros, about the 212. So I'm not going to talk about too much about this battery in particular, but just having V-mount batteries in general, but also big ones. This is the one that I had on my main camera when I was shooting my short film recently, which will come out probably at some point in the next month or so. And I just had this on my camera the entire time. I plugged it in to charge a bit while we broke for dinner, but other than that, it was just powering my entire rig the entire time. And one thing that I noticed with having the 212, 299s and a 50 is that wasn't even enough for everything that we were doing, because I had my director's monitor here powered by a V-mount. I had a V-mount on the behind the scenes camera. I had the A-cam one obviously, and then also one or two of my lights can take V-mounts. So if we needed a battery powered light, then we could put on that, and just having more of these would be super helpful. So that's something that I definitely want to look into getting soon, is maybe more VB212, maybe another 212, and then maybe another one or two 99 watt-hour batteries. And I'll leave a link in the description to this one and also some of the other V-mount batteries that I have from Smallrig. I'll leave links to everything that I talk about in this video, some of which are affiliate links, so if you do use those, that'd be nice. Otherwise, they're just links to show you what the product is. So Smallrig VB212, and then I've talked about this many times as well, the Condor Blue V-mount Pro plate. It has a bunch of great features, and just the fact that it is a powered plate is enough to make it one of my favorite things that I've got this year, but it also has a bunch of great features that make it even better than just a regular powered V-mount plate. It has the kill switch on the side, so I can turn everything on and off all at once, and then of course it has those reversible D-tap ports with the 3 pins, so you can have the cable pointing up or down. That's just super helpful for cable management. There's a bunch of different ways to mount it, and it's just really solid overall. So yeah, Condor Blue V-mount Pro, link in description again. Now the next one is actually not this monitor. Now I did make a video about this monitor. This is the CTEK P133, but it's not the monitor. Now the monitor is great. V-mount and HDMI, SDI, all that sort of stuff. But the Hollyland Pyro S, or just having a wireless video system in general, super helpful. But I've been using the Pyro S since whenever it was I made that video about it, probably somewhere in the middle of the year. I love it even when I'm just shooting videos like this. Like, I can see the monitors on my camera, but it's just easier to have a monitor showing what I'm seeing much closer to me, so I can see framing and exposure a lot better, but then also I can deal with focus a lot better when I'm using manual lenses now that I'm getting cinema lenses. And I'll talk about that in a sec. So having a wireless video feed, super helpful for, you know, being a YouTuber, but then also on, you know, my short film that I shot recently. It's called Hide and Seek, by the way. I haven't really talked about it too much, but I will. There will be many videos come out about it, and the film itself, obviously, on this YouTube channel, so, you know, subscribe. But on that shoot, it would have been super annoying to either have the other people that needed to see the video while I was shooting it, so that'd be like the first AC and the director, having them like over my shoulder watching my monitor. That would have been super annoying, especially because we did a lot of like handheld movement sort of stuff. And if we didn't do that, but we didn't have another monitor, we would have just had to like watch back every take, and that just would have taken so much longer. And we were behind schedule as it was. So having a wireless video system that I could just be like, here, take this, first AC and director can watch that. I even put a second monitor on here, so we had the Filworld F5 Pro X on here and then the 13-inch, so one of them could have peaking, one of them not. However they wanted to do it, that was sort of up to them. Okay, the next thing I actually got quite recently, and that is the Smallrig RC60C. I'm gonna take off this softbox because it is massive. And this is a small cob light, so it's a 60 watt full color light, hence the C and the 60. It's very small. It is very portable. It's actually very similar size, or actually slightly smaller than the RC100B that I have talked about before. I'm actually using it just to add a little bit more light up above me here. Now the benefit of that one is it has a V-mount on the back. This one doesn't have a V-mount on the back, but it does have a built-in battery. And at 100%, it can last like 45 minutes. So if you're only running it at 20%, it's gonna last a couple of hours, which was super helpful because when we were shooting my short film, I had, maybe I'll put a clip of this or something. We were shooting out the back here and it was at nighttime and I just wanted to light up those trees a little bit more. So I took this light, hung it over the balcony, pointed it down at the top of the trees, just to add a little bit more light to those leaves from above. And I didn't have to worry about plugging it in or anything like that. I just put it at like 30% and then pointed it down at the trees, and it lasted plenty of time, enough time that we needed to, you know, do all the shots out there that we needed. And of course, this is even better than a bicolor light because it has full color, so you can not only just do HSI, you can go wider in the CCT range, because most bicolor lights will go from like 2700 to like 6500. That's what the Smallrig bicolor ones do at least. But this one, you can go way further, and of course you can just go straight to HSI or one of the other modes to get different colors. It does come with a light stand mount, which you just screw on the bottom and then you can put it on a regular light stand. It also does come with just a screw on handle, so if you did want to like hand hold it for some reason, you can. And then they also sent me this 30 centimeter softbox, which is nice to just chuck it on a little light if you need a small, somewhat soft light. Just a pretty small softbox, pretty handy. Okay, now getting to the, I guess, more exciting things. I don't know, I think lenses are exciting. This is the Nisi Athena 40mm. I made a video about it when I got it. I have talked about it before in plenty of other videos, but Nisi sent this to me a while ago, I think just before you could get them, so it was more probably like June or something like that. And I've been using this basically as much as I can, and anytime that I didn't need autofocus. So if I didn't need autofocus, I was probably using this. I do have the 50mm that I've talked about before, but it is E-mount, and I don't know, something about just having a PL mount is better, even though it's the same lens basically. And I just kind of like the 40mm focal length a bit better for a lot of the shots that I do, at least for these sort of videos, because I'm often limited in space to a degree. So having this slightly wider shot can be helpful. And this is actually the lens that I shot almost all of hide and seek with. I was gonna shoot it on the 33mm, but if you watch my last video, you know that it didn't show up and I ended up shooting it on this instead. And I did end up shooting a few of the wider shots, so the shots that needed to be wider, on the Sigma 24-70 at 24mm. But this has been sort of my workhorse lens anytime that I didn't need autofocus. If I need autofocus, I would use either my 7200 or 24-70. But yeah, Nisi Athena 40mm T1.9. I would really like to get some more of these, especially the 18 and the 135. That would be a really cool set, I think. But for now, we just got the 40mm, and then I also do have the 50mm that I occasionally use. And speaking of lenses, let's cut to the really interesting part of this, and that is the Blazar Remus 33mm that I'm shooting on right now. But before I actually show you it, just look at the shot over here. See, I'm relatively sharp in the middle. It's a bit hard to see focus super accurately here, but I think I'm pretty good here. But then if you look over on the side of the frame here, like the distortion and just the way that anamorphic bokeh looks, it's just, I'm really excited to use this lens, and hopefully more of them. I want to get more of the Remus lenses, but just being able to create different images that you just can't really do with clean lenses like the Athenas and with photo lenses. So I'm just going to swap to the 40mm and then we'll talk about the Remus. Okay, so this is the Blazar Remus 33mm. Let's put it here so it's actually in focus. I've been waiting for this lens for like almost 3 months. I ordered this in early October. I know people ordered it in September, so a lot of people ordered it before me, but then mine just sort of shipped late for some reason, maybe because I'm in Australia, maybe because I just ordered a bit later than other people, and maybe because I got the silver flare, because I know they shipped the silver flares later than the others. But then mine also just got stuck in Sydney for a week, so that was annoying. But I finally have it, and this was the lens that I wanted to shoot my entire film on, so hide and seek, the short film that I shot recently. I planned on shooting everything on this one. Didn't end up working out, but I'm super excited to shoot a bunch of other stuff on it. Maybe I'll just have to do another short soon to really test this out. But if you somehow don't know about Blazar, this is a 33mm T1.8 1.5 times anamorphic, which means that the width is 1.5 times what the height is. So as you can see now, we're on a spherical lens, so it's a 16:9 image on a 16:9 sensor. Whereas what this will do is it'll be that 33mm height, but then it'll capture wider horizontally, squeeze that onto the 16:9 sensor, and then you stretch it out in post. And there's just a lot of things that can go with that and the look that it can give. It can just give a better look or a more interesting look. And like I was talking about with the distortion and the bokeh at the edge of the frame, that's just something that lenses like this just sort of don't really have. But yeah, I'm super excited to shoot a bunch of stuff in this. I'm actually gonna be taking this away camping, and I'm only gonna be taking this, so you know, doing a bunch of hikes and stuff, hopefully get some cool landscape videos and photos and all that sort of stuff, and I'm only gonna use this lens, so see if we can get some cool stuff with it. But yeah, that's been my favorite things that I got this year in regards to filmmaking. As I said, links to everything will be in the description. Let me know what you think of any of these, or if there's anything that you know I got that should have made the list, or if there's anything you got that was just like the best thing that you got this year. Let me know. Also, let me know if you have any questions about the Remus 33. I am planning on making several videos about it, so if there's anything you particularly want to know, or you want me to test, or you want to see, let me know. Anyway, do all the other things, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.